Inmates at a prison in Thailand enjoy the luxury of traditional folk dramatic plays in a program to eradicate stress and promote social connectivity. Central Prison of Pichit Province has enlisted over 100 traditional folk dramatic troupes in the northern province of Thailand in the program sponsored by the local administrative organization. Filled with lively music, off-color humor and rapid animated movements, the play, which is called Lee Ke in Thai, is a popular Lee Ke folk theatre which is still a feature of many provincial festivals. This traditional performance, which has been popular at various artistic and cultural centers in the country, is brought inside the correction facility. It is aimed at easing psychological stress for the inmates and help them learn of positivity in life. The plays have been modified and added with morality, humor and optimistic views of life, with hope that the inmates will not repeat their crimes. Authorities in Phuket recently organized the Phuket International Boat Show to promote its marine tourism competitiveness ahead of the formation of the ASEAN Economic Community. Phuket Governor Maitri Intusut opened the 11th Phuket International Boat Show, or PMAX, at the Royal Phuket Marina. The opening ceremony was attended by Andy Dowden, the PMAX show director, and a large number of locals and foreign tourists. PMAX is the biggest boat show in the waters of Asia. Yachts of world-class brands are displayed, including multi-million-dollar super yachts, and they are among more than 40 boats of various kinds worth over 4 billion baht from worldwide sources such as China, Australia, Italy and France. The show also presented relevant products and services including high-end holiday houses and condominiums and super bikes. The boat show is to promote Phuket as a leading marine tourist destination of Asia with readiness in terms of skilled labor and facilities. PMAX makes about 8 billion baht annually. Malaysian Wan Ibrahim Wan Mat, 60 of Padan Halban village in Kota Bharu, Kelantan, has been a teacher for more than 20 years and trained thousands of students. However, his students are not humans, but coconut plucking short-tailed macaques. Wan Ibrahim, or Tok Wan Leman, has an uncanny ability and is an expert at training the wild monkeys to pluck coconuts for their human masters. He uses just 4 local words: tu, which means that, ge, go, magi, come, and sambung, continue, as commands to train the macaques. According to Tok Wan, he does not use many words as they only serve to confuse the monkeys. His services are much sought after by villagers. There are also those who come from other states to seek his advice. Tok Wan, who learned the skill from a religious teacher in Kuala Terengganu in the 1980s, trains up to 20 monkeys every 2 weeks. This trainer extraordinaire said once the animals are given to him, he would take 2 to 3 days to familiarize himself with them. He tames them by stroking the animals' heads using water every day. After that, they will attend 2 classes to learn to climb trees and pluck coconuts. Normally, the classes last for 8 hours per session. The learning period depends on the macaque and how quickly it can pick up what is taught. Training can take 3 to 14 days and the fee ranges from 46 to 60 US dollars or 150 to 200 ringgit per head. Tok Wan's wife, Rogaya Ibrahim, 48, is very supportive of his work. She's willing to cook a kilogram of rice daily to feed her husband's trainees. Tok Wan's teenage children, however, are not keen to follow in his footsteps. The father of 3 said that he had been bitten several times, but the injuries were not serious, although most of the macaques sent to him are 5 or 6 years old and are still wild and aggressive. Each skilled macaque is able to pluck about 500 coconuts daily, which can generate about $30 or 100 ringgit for its owners. Located in the heart of Kuala Lumpur City is a village called Kerinci Village, named after a majority of its residents who are ethnic Kerinci Malay. In the Semenyih district of Selangor, there is also a locality representing the ethnic Kerinci Malays that is at 14 Mile Hulu Langat, Selangor. Due to rapid development, most of the Kerinci community lived in the district of Hulu Langat, while a number of those in the Klang Valley reside in various places after being married to locals. And to further strengthen the ties among the Kerinci community, a program on reaching out and localizing the arts and culture with a theme highlighting the culture and arts of the ethnic Kerinci Selangor was held recently. The program was organized by the Department of Arts and Culture Selangor together with the Ethnic Kerinci Charity and Culture Body. At the event, people have the opportunity to know more about the art and culture of the ethnic Kerinci. According to Mastura Nordin, chairman of Ethnic Kerinci Charity and Culture Body, the origin of the Kerinci Malay was from Jambi, Sumatra. Their ancestors migrated to Malaysia, and those who are residing in Malaysia are the descendants of those who migrated to Malaysia. Ethnic Kerinci Malay is rich in culture and arts as any other Malay communities such as the Minangkabau, Mandeling, Javanese and Bugis. According to history, in the early 19th century, a scholar from Dusun Chupak Kerinci went to Mecca for Hajj. Upon his return to his hometown, he saw the poor acceptance of the local community on the spread of religious knowledge, especially among young people. The scholar then used artistic knowledge to attract the youth's interests, such as playing of Rebana musical instruments. Starting from there, some popular dances like Rangguk dance, Dance or Hoi, and Kerinci variety started. Mesra Muhammad Yusuf, Deputy Director General of the Culture and Arts Department Selangor, said they go to the community in the villages to do programs that can attract the interest of young people to appreciate their culture. If the department does not do anything about this, the culture and arts of any community will erode and disappear. Meanwhile, Kerinci, located in Jambi, Indonesia, received the spread of Islam around the 15th century. In terms of language, the ethnic Kerinci people use a language that resembles the Negeri Sembilan Malay community. Kerinci ethnic people is also known for several types of food like white rice wrapped in banana leaves, jackfruit and beef stew, banana shoots curry, Surian leaf sauce, and sambal, a kind of sauce made from pounded shrimp paste and chilies mixed with tomatoes and cilantro, which is drank together with coffee leaves placed in a coconut shell. The friendliness of the Kerinci ethnic community makes them easily accepted by other local communities since time immemorial. Passengers at Changi Airport will soon be able to board their flights faster with the introduction of self-boarding gates. The Changi Airport Group, CAG, has been conducting trials of the self-boarding gates at a common gate hold room in Terminal 2 since May. With new gates, passengers just need to scan their boarding passes using the barcode readers before they proceed to board their flights. CAG said the time taken for passengers to board their planes can be reduced up to 50%. For example, boarding a fully loaded A380 aircraft with a passenger load of 500 can be completed in 15 minutes from about half an hour previously. From April next year, the gates will be progressively introduced in common gate hold rooms in all three terminals. More self-service facilities like self-check-ins and self-bag drops will also be implemented soon.
CAG will be working very closely with our airline partners to progressively roll out these fast self-service initiatives across terminals in Changi Airport. This also lay the building blocks for us when T4 opens in 2017.
Everybody wants just to get settled onto the plane and strapped in and off you go. So if it speeds it up, well and good.
Preventing falls and helping to delay the onset of dementia. That is the aim of some of the healthcare solutions which have been jointly developed by Khoo Teck Puat Hospital and Ngee Ann Polytechnic. The hospital is aiming to roll out these projects in its wards next year. Among those are Touch It, measures a patient's reaction time to predict the probability of falling. Light Up triggers a light above the patient when he's trying to get out of bed. Sense Me alerts nurses when it detects patients falling in the toilet. And Tap and Step stimulates the patient's mind to delay the onset of dementia. Apart from benefits to the patient, the projects also help with manpower challenges. According to Liak Ting Lit, CEO of Alexandra Health, no matter how many nurses they have, it is not possible for them to put the nurse 24 hours, 7 days next to each patient's bed. That is not realistic. So these simple sensing devices that they put next to the patient's bed, in the toilet and so on, augment their staff and help the staff work better. Toy cars collection is considered valuable by some enthusiasts. Some collectors are willing to spend large to get their favorite toy cars just for the simple pleasure they give. In Brunei Darussalam, the hobby of collecting die-cast toy cars is increasing and is not monopolized by children but adults as well. Various types of toy cars can be collected from the small to the large scale. Spending a lot of money to buy a specific collection is not a burden to enthusiasts who believe what they do is an investment. This is because the collections would increase in value as time passes by and if it is a limited edition. The hobby that began more than 10 years ago has become more serious after sharing interest with other collectors until the Brunei Die-Cast Collectors Club was formed. Up to now, the club has more than 100 members. Besides that, the club also holds gatherings and shows to display members' collections. Brunei Darussalam's economy, especially the maritime economy, depends largely on the products of hydrocarbon, namely oil and gas. Apart from the two resources, the country still has many other resources with economic value yet to be fully explored. One of them is the Selirong Island Mangrove Forest Reserve in the Brunei Bay, which has an ecological value and is the main attraction in the natural forest ecosystem. Besides for recreation, this forest reserve also serves as a destination for ecotourism and scientific expeditions. Several facilities such as an exhibition hut, bridges, a walkway of about 2 kilometers are provided for the convenience of visitors. With an area of 2,566 hectares, Pulau Selirong is an island of mangrove forest rich in oil mangrove trees. Such a treasure is certainly a resource that can generate the country's economy in various sectors, including tourism. The country still has well-preserved forest reserves as a heritage for the Bruneian people. A visitor, Dr. Henry Chen, noted that the mangrove forests in Brunei are still in their untouched natural condition and urged the public to leave the natural environment as it is.
I think probably the key thing is to use the resources, to use them by visiting them, by using them for tourism, using them for resources you can take in a sustainable manner. If you're using the resources, then there's more reason to look after them. I think that's probably the key for conservation for the future.
Brunei is the nice city. We have just visited the mangrove forest. I think the mangrove forest is amazing. Yeah, we walk for about 2 kilometers.